What's going on, fam? IOBA. I'm TC. So I'm getting ready to do my workout. Um, I've been working out and training and bodybuilding since I was in my teens. So it's been a long time, and I'm going to do some video on health and fitness and how to maintain good health and fitness all the way into your 50s and 60s. I'm gonna do some videos on that as time goes by. But what I wanted to talk about is a little bit more about my passport video that I did last week. Because, like I said, I'm one of the original passport bros. I realized back, like I said, 10 years ago, 12 years ago, that in order for me to find a good life partner, a good wife, um, I was gonna have to look offshore to do that because I'm not a typical um, Black American man. I'm a little bit different. I have different like religious beliefs and things like that that kind of you know I guess limit my selection as far as looking for a wife goes. Because I gotta tell you, I'm not gonna be dragged into church 2 or 3 times a week and uh, to listen to a preacher tell me how to live when I can get all that information myself. Now, I mean, get all that information that's in the Bible and interpret it myself, you know, and live like that. But it don't really take that much for me to live a good and noble and forthright life because I've been doing that, you know, I was doing that anyway. So I ain't never been like this big liar and cheater and asshole that, needs to have the obvious things preached to me by a guy in a $2,000 suit every Sunday. And I really need that 10% that they take out of your paycheck. I needed that money, you know, to pay my child support and do the right things with. You feel me? So I was not a good candidate for church, and keep it 100. I'm not a Christian, so couldn't have that in my life. Quite honestly, I'm just no disrespect to anybody else's belief system, but it just wasn't mine. So I had to look elsewhere. So the first thing I did was I looked on the dating sites. And I paid a membership fee to get on a dating site, right? And first place I looked was Jamaica because I really like, reggae music and I like dance hall music and rock steady music and all that. I really like that from way back in the 1980s. That's probably 80% of what I listened to in my house and when I went out. So I look to find myself a nice Jamaican girl, you know what I'm saying? And Jamaica ain't that far away. It doesn't take that much to get to Jamaica or get, a woman from Jamaica to come here and, visit with me for a little while and see if we can vibe. There's a lot of Jamaican people already in the United States. So I checked out Jamaica. But no, Jamaica women really wasn't checking for me like that. I mean, there was across the street from where I worked, there was a McDonald's, and they had hired a bunch of Jamaican women. I mean, there was a lady that worked in my store, and then she was doing some recruiting for the McDonald's across the street, and they hired a bunch of Jamaican women to come to the States and work. And it's probably 10 or 15 of them. Them broads didn't want nothing to do with Black Americans. I mean, it wasn't that they had, all of them had husbands and shit at home either. They just didn't want Black Americans. It was like a lot of people from the diaspora come over here and they got this fucked up attitude towards Black Americans. I've done videos on that before, and I'll do more in the future. But it really takes a lot of consideration and a lot of thought when you're looking overseas and you're a Black American and you're trying to find yourself a wife. So Jamaica, wasn't where I was going to pull my wife from. Neither was Haiti or any of the other Caribbean countries down there. But So, but there was one, and that was Trinidad and Tobago. So, like I said, I paid my membership to the dating site, and I'm looking at the videos and shit now, and I get a hit from a lady in Trinidad and Tobago, and we started vibing back and forth, and she, I read down her profile, and she had a lot of the same beliefs that I had, mainly about religion. Another thing that I required was that the woman be physically fit, because, like I said earlier, I'm about to work out. Being fit is a part of my life, and it has helped me to live a long and relatively healthy life. I mean, I catch a cold like everybody else, but all of the big illnesses that attack black men as we get on in the years, I've been able to kind of fight off because I take care of myself. So I wanted somebody that was physically fit. And I wanted somebody that wasn't going to drag me to church. And I wanted somebody that, understood what commitment is. So the woman that I hooked up with had been married before. And as y'all already know, I had been married before a couple times. So, she was on her way to Canada. She was going on vacation from Trinidad to Toronto, Canada. And where I was living at the time, Syracuse, I'm originally from Utica, which is about 50 miles east of Syracuse. No, it's 50 miles, I'm sorry, it's 50 miles west of Syracuse, Utica is. But anyway, I was living in Syracuse at the time, and I asked her to stop through Syracuse to hang out with me. We had been talking through the dating site, and at the time we was using Skype, and we was, doing all that. So she came up, and on her way to Canada, she stopped into Syracuse and hung out with me for about 3 days, and just to see if we were compatible, other than just talking on the phone, because we would talk for hours. But when she got to Syracuse, it was cool. We hit it off. She liked me, and I liked her, and we decided we was gonna give it a try. Well, that was almost 13 years ago. You know what I mean? And so far, we've been doing really well. I mean, like any married couple, we have our ups and downs, and sometimes, things don't go according to plan, and we have our little squabbles here and there. But the big picture looks good, and we realize what is important. We love each other. We both done with all of the child rearing and all that. We go on vacation. We've been able to put a little money aside. Shit is good because we're on the same page and we realize what's really important. So I just wanted to let people know, yeah, you can get your passport, and you can find you a woman, in a different part of the world, overseas. You can find you somebody to be with that's gonna share the same values as you. But you just got to be careful. You got to do your due diligence, and you got to make sure that this is really what you want. There are good women, plenty of good women here in the United States. There are, but most of them good women, somebody already snatched them up. Somebody already snatched them up. I got a little rule that I go by. Any beautiful woman that I see that tells me she can't find a good man, or that is single for a long time, to me she's single because in her heart of hearts she wants to be single. So she gonna find any goddamn reason she can, to stay single. She gonna find all kinds of things wrong with every brother that pull up on her, and ain't none of them gonna be perfect, and she gonna think that anything less than perfect is settling for something else. Well, I don't know what to tell them women. All I know is you're gonna like Kevin Samuel said, you're gonna die alone. You're gonna be an old cat lady living down at the end of the block, and people gonna look at you and be able to tell that you was really good looking when you was young. But you waiting for that closet door to open and super nigga to jump out the closet and be your husband. And it ain't gonna happen. Because all of them pretty ass, fine ass women who act like they can't find nobody, they've been turning down one guy after another because he didn't fit some stupid ass criteria that they have or some vision that they got up in their head. Some unrealistic vision that they got up in their head. So yeah, passports are necessary. And I'm gonna tell you something else about a passport. To me, right? To TC. To me, a passport is like a driver's license. To me, every adult should have their passport. I mean, I'm thinking, every adult should have the ability to get their passport. You know what I mean? So that you can at least go to Canada. You know, it's just like every adult should have their driver license, or at least have the ability to get their driver license. I mean, some motherfuckers in cities like New York City, where they got like this really extensive mass transit system, they don't really need a driver's license, but you should have one. That's what I feel about a passport. You should get your passport whether you need it or not. But in the interest of finding somebody to spend your life with, and you 45, 50, 55 years old, and all of the women that are around you and in this country is telling you something is wrong with you. You're not tall enough. You're not rich enough. You ain't handsome enough. You ain't this, you ain't that. You don't have this, you don't have that. All of them bitches is telling you that. Well, you got to go do something different then, bro. You got to go find somebody who really wants somebody and who really understands what commitment is. My wife had been married for 25 years before me and her got together. That's what commitment is. You know what I mean? Her and her ex-husband, they had their issues, but she stayed. She understood what true commitment was. And so with this marriage here, we've been married 11 years and we've been together 12. The point is, it's a solid fucking commitment. It ain't no bullshit going on where you could just get mad one day and pack up your shit and haul ass just because, you done created some reason in your head that this dude is not right for you. That's that bullshit. That's why motherfuckers is dying alone. I wasn't gonna be that dude. I wasn't gonna be that nigga that they find up in the house 4 or 5 days after he done died because don't nobody come to check on him. Nah. And I know some cats that shit happened to. You know what I mean? Been in the house all day and ain't talked to nobody. God damn, get yourself a fucking dog or something. But yeah, that's the second half of the passport video. I just want everybody to understand, the process. You dig me? Find you somebody, be honest with them on your profile, and be really clear about what you want and what you desire. And that's what you'll get. That's what you'll get. Have the conversations, do the research, it don't cost you nothing. And find you somebody to live out your years with. She ain't got to be no little young ass, 19, 20, 25-year-old. She ain't even got to be somebody that want more kids. Because my wife didn't want more kids and I didn't want more kids. And I put that down on my profile. You know what I mean? And so we've been good. We've been happy. With that, I'm going to go ahead and get this workout in. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to build this channel out. I'm trying to get to my first 50 subscribers. Almost overnight, I hit 26, 27. And I appreciate and thank all of the people that really did subscribe. Hit the like button, hit the notification bell, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. TC, and I'm out.